Okay, welcome everybody. We are on. We are live again. Just checking up on everybody, making sure everybody is doing well. Got some wasps around, which is all good. They're even attracted to me. That's excellent. And what I wanted to share today is simply a little reminder to everybody that you don't really have to strive for anything. You don't have to try to accomplish anything. Now, by that, I don't mean by being passive. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is just be. Okay? Like right now, I'm sitting out here, I'm listening to the crickets. I am observing everything around me. Sky is overcast. I got a lot of greenery around me that I'm surrounded with. And my message is just not try to connect, but just connect with the present moment. Why? Because this is key. Connecting with the present moment is really key to everything. And this is what I'm doing right here, right now. Okay? I am just being. So now I wanted to say and see how many of you are actually on this. I see Sarah Athanasiou's on board. Hello to you too. How many people just love hanging around and just being? Okay. So excited to see you. So excited to see you too, Ma. All right. Vancouver Island is on board. I am broadcasting live from the most southern city in Canada. That's why you hear all these crickets here as well. A lot of people believe that Canada is a very, very cold country, and while that is true, it can become very, very cold. We also have some wonderful and beautiful places. Sarah Athanasia says, happy to be here. I'm truly humbled. I truly enjoy the fact that you are here, Sarah Athanasia. California here. All right. Now, this took the ball game totally to a different court because the most southern city in Canada cannot compare with Californian weather. Fantastic. I'm happy that you're connecting, happy that you're here. All right, I've always liked your content. Thank you very, very much. Truth Seeker, I love your comments. So how many of you just take time during the day just to be, right? And when I say just to be, it's just to sit there and be aware of everything that's going on around you, including your emotional state, of course. So that's just a general question. And I just want to know if many of you are practicing this or not. For the most part, a lot of us don't really practice it just because we just get involved in hectic lifestyles and busy places, and it just happens that we're just busy people, right? We love you. I love you too, Ma. I really, really love you too. Hi from Serbia. Now there's another wonderful country. I don't think I get many Serbian people connecting. I guess maybe it's due to time differences and all that, but I am doing this live a lot earlier today, so maybe that's why I'm connecting with different people from different parts of the world, and I love this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting, Anita. I do. Thank you, Sarah. That is wonderful. Okay, it is so hard sometimes, says Ma. Yes, it is hard. I know it's hard, but the hard thing about it is just because we believe it's hard. Okay? It's actually very, very simple. You want to know how simple it is? Take a look at your closest tree or your closest plant, just to give you an example. What do? They just are, right? They are fully observed, yes, in their being, right? So that is actually amazing. Okay, we have Papa Larry. Papa Larry is on board. Hello from Windsor. Well, guess what? If we are talking about the same Windsor, if it is from the Windsor in Canada, because there's multiple Windsors, then guess what? We are in the same city. We should connect over coffee sometime, or over tea, or whatever your preferred beverage might be. Or no beverage for that matter. Nat, hello from Sweden. Wonderful Sweden again. And Nat, thank you for connecting. You are constantly there, and you're constantly, I love your comments, I love your input every time you're on board and you watch my live. Thank you for connecting again. Mudguts, I am aware that I am aware. Awesome. This comment that you just made, Mudguts, right? This comment that you just made is the icing on the cake. It really, really is the icing on the cake. Why? Because this is what it's all about. It's about being aware that you are aware. Why? Because all of a sudden you realize that you are awareness, right? And that anything that you observe can't be you, like your thoughts, right? Your thoughts are not you. So I am very, very happy that you made that comment, because that is such a beautiful comment. Such a wonderful comment. Nat, hello. I hope you're a god. I'm wondering, how do you activate your third eye or the Kundalini? That is an awesome question. I normally don't get a question like this. But here's the catch. There's this misrepresentation of the third eye. Okay? And what do I mean by that? We constantly think that we need to activate something, or we need to achieve something, or whatever that scenario might be, because there's a lot of information on it, right? I am here to tell you that you do not need to activate your third eye, because your third eye is always active. Just like your normal eyes, just like your ears, just like your nose, your mouth when you breathe in, okay? It is always active. The key though here is, how do you connect with it? And the simplest, easiest way to connect with your third eye is just by simply focusing your attention right here. And by focusing your attention, you are making that energy grow. No secret there. Kundalini effect, same thing. Wherever you put your energy and your mind gets activated, as you call it. Wonderful question. I love it. All right. Papa Larry says hello from Windsor as well. I love it. Portugal is here, along with some of the wasps around here. But Portugal, great country. I've always wanted to come down to Portugal, just because I know that it's got some beautiful coastlines along the Atlantic Ocean there, and I just have a lot of friends that are from Portugal, actually. And here is Amsterdam as well. I've been to Amsterdam. It's beautiful. I love it. Poland is here. I love Poland. I have a lot of Polish friends as well. Serbian from Toronto. Awesome, says Victoria. So, Victoria, I used to live in Toronto, as a matter of fact, and I lived in Toronto for a very, very long time. It is a city that I absolutely adore. I love. I have a strong connection to it. When my parents first immigrated from Greece to come to Canada, that is the city that they chose to live in. So I have a lot of great memories from Toronto. Thank you. Hi to you all, says Rachel. Hi, Rachel. I'm glad you're on board. Glad that you're here. Point Peely. Wow. I got Point Peely. Now, I believe this is the first time I got Point Peely. And even though it is literally in my backyard, it's right beside me. But thank you for connecting. Barrie, Ontario's here. Wow. Okay. I see that a lot of Canadians are on board. I guess it's because of the time that I'm doing this live. Also because I know for a fact that a lot of the children are back to school today, and I believe that that has a lot to do with it. A lot of free time on our hands, right? Hi from Southampton, UK. I love the UK. I love yous all, really. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter what part of the world you're from. I love yous all dearly. And that's because we all connect no matter where we are in this wonderful planet of ours. Okay. Saskia, say every day thank you for this new day and all the things I have and what coming my way. So this is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful comment coming from Saskia Vander Krul, I believe. So what you are basically expressing here, Saskia, is gratitude and appreciation. And one of the keys, because a lot of you are asking me about manifestation and all that beautiful things and beautiful stuff, one of the key elements, if I might say, is actually gratitude. The more grateful you are for the things you have, the more things will come your way. It's plain and simple. There's no magic to this. Okay, you don't need to overthink it. It just is what it is. Wonderful comment. I love it. That would be awesome. Yes, Windsor, Ontario. Yes, we should go for tea or coffee. Absolutely. Right. This comes from Pakajar. It's a long name, but okay. How do we see things? I saw your video. How do we watch sideways? Is what I didn't understand. Okay. I'm glad you brought it up. Yes, I do have a video up right now. Actually, it's currently on. It's a video that I just posted this morning, actually. And the way you see sideways is actually not a secret. Okay. Of course, you have to be a certain age to do it because young children can't see sideways. It's called your peripheral vision. Okay. And actually here in Ontario, at least, if and I would assume it's like that for the majority part of the world here, if your peripheral vision is not good, I believe you cannot have a driver's license. So this is the way you see, my friend. You look straight at whatever you're looking at, okay, and just keep your eyes there straight. Don't blink them if you can, and then pay attention to what kind of vision comes from the side. Okay, pay mostly attention to that, not forward. Pay mostly attention to this. When you do that, you are activating your peripheral vision, which actually you don't need to activate. It's there, but you're just paying more attention to it. That's how you see. Okay, you see through your peripheral vision, and that's what the video was about. Great questions. I hope I answered it for you. If not, just check my video again. Okay, I have a lot of wonderful people from a lot of different countries, and Linus asked me, I'm curious to know at what age did you wake up? So if great question, Linus. So like I've said before, it wasn't like a sudden awakening for me, so I don't particularly have some kind of an age group there, because it was just a gradual and a long process for me. And as it was going, I would just see things more clearly. I would get more messages, more downloads, more visions, more emotions, I guess, like in that way, like kind of feelings and all that. And that's how it started for me. So I can't really say an age, because it was a long process. But then, of course, one day, everything just comes together like one big puzzle, and everything just makes sense to you. Okay, from Sweden. You're from Sweden, thank you. Sweden is a beautiful country. One that has actually um, a lot of similarities with Canada in terms of um, landscape and all that stuff. Beautiful Sweden. Hello from South Africa. Love to have you on board again. Great job you do. Thank you. Godfrey says, great job you do. Thank you. I appreciate your beautiful comment and your beautiful words. Always a pleasure to having all of you here. So hello from Greece, my native country, of course, Greece. I was born in Athens, and it's always very, very nice to see people connecting from my birthplace, of course. Rachel, hi and thank you. Hello to you as well. South Africa. So, Karish Love, I believe. Hello from South Africa. You are awesome. Thank you for the awakening. You are most welcome. But here, you know what? The credit doesn't go to me. Actually, it goes to you. And why am I saying that? Why? I might just be a stepping stone for you to awaken. All the work is actually, and the ball is actually in your court. So if you weren't ready to awaken, you wouldn't have awakened, no matter what anybody tells you, no matter what anybody shows you. So kudos to you, my friend. I have nothing to do with it. This is all your work. Love your comment, though. Thank you. All right, Linus. Do you have any experience with astral projection and story time? Absolutely. So astral projection is very, very real. As a matter of fact, we all do it every single night. We just don't remember it. We just don't realize it. But in terms of doing it consciously, there are ways you can do it, of course. There's multiple ways, and no one way is... it's not like a one shoe fits all type of a thing. You got to play around with it for yourself and see what works for you. But it is definitely real, and we all do it every night, believe it or not. Try to keep a dream journal. Maybe that's going to help you. Egypt is on board. Wow. I'm getting a lot of beautiful countries here. I've always wanted to come down and visit the Great Pyramids, of course, and the Pyramid of Giza. It's just because there's something fascinating about that land that I find very mystical and very... I'm drawn to it. Let me just put it to you that way, because there's so much history, so much beautiful information just ready to get tapped in, and we really don't have all the answers to that. But it's a beautiful place. Thank you for the answer. You're most welcome. Okay, so I am focusing at the third eye, but what should feel, or more correct, what should happen? All right, so keep focusing on the third eye, but don't overdo it. That would be my advice to you. So the way you should feel is actually different for everybody else, but I can tell you what I feel. I feel a warm and tingling sensation. And from my understanding, most people do as well. So I would assume that you as well should feel something similar, okay? But don't quote me on it, because if you feel something different, that's fine as well. It really is. Love your question. Armstrong, nice to catch you live. I love it. Thank you, Armstrong. Nice to having you here. I gotta love this one. Truth Seeker, why does my girlfriend say the most outrageous things and then wonder why I have trust issues? Well, that is clearly something that it's not original. A lot of people go through the same as you are going right now. My best advice to you would be, no matter what is happening in your relationship, just stay fully present and aware of the moment, and try, I know it's hard, but try not to have any reaction. Okay? Even if you are getting pushed to give a reaction, don't. Okay? Stay neutral. Be present and aware of the present moment. Why? Because when you connect with a present moment, magical things really happen. The universe has a way of just connecting everything together and solving whatever problem you might be having at that particular moment. So stay present. That's my answer to you. Hello from Cambridge, Ontario. Still trying to be aware of myself. Okay. The word trying tells me that maybe you're trying a little too hard. I wouldn't try to be aware of myself. It's actually something natural, right? So what I suggest is just wherever you might be, just sit still. Don't move a muscle. Don't move your head. Look around with your eyes only. Okay? Connect with silence. Obviously, you're going to have to be in a quiet spot to do that, because it's a lot easier. And then just observe what's going on around you. And once you do that, you are going to get goosebumps or some kind of a feeling or whatever you might get. But at that point, who's doing the observing? You see what I'm saying? You got to go beyond observing and become the awareness behind it. That's how you become more aware of yourself and everything else around you. Need this way life to make absolute change. Absolutely, my friend, we do. Good to see you again, brother. Nice to have you on board. I got a lot of comments here, so I'm kind of trying to run through. Okay, what do you think about Egyptian gods? Is it about subconscious mind or is it about physical gods? That's a big story, my friend Godfrey. And there could be a lot of explanations to that. Okay, anything from outer space aliens to advanced civilizations here on Earth to just normal people that just were so much aware of themselves that everybody else would look at them as they were gods, but in reality they weren't. Okay, we are all the same, believe me. Good evening. Okay, I tried meditation. This was this way. Okay, it's actually very good. I'm happy that it actually helped you, my friend. You can meditate. There's so many different ways that you can meditate, of course, and this is just another way. I'm glad it helped you. Would you tell us a bit about telepathy, please? Awesome. This is another wonderful question. Telepathy, again, is a very natural process. Everybody has this ability. Everybody has these capabilities. The reason why we're not aware of it, actually, it happens on a daily basis in our lives. You've done it many times. It's just you haven't been aware of it. Okay, you know, sometimes when you think of a person and that person just shows up or that person calls you, that is a form of telepathy. Okay? And you were just communicating with that person and vice versa, and you just weren't aware of it. So we all do it, just got to be more aware of it, that's all. Poland, thank you, sir, for teaching the untaught. You're most welcome, my friend. I love your comment. We all teach one another. All of us, we all learn from one another, and even from animals, insects, trees, plants, the air, the ocean, fire, everything around us has a lesson for us. That's all we need to do, just pay attention to it. All right. Tell us about the vision and how did you deal with it? I'm not sure what vision we are talking about, but if it's the vision that I was describing in my video that I just did and just earlier here live. You simply don't you don't freak out. That's how you deal with it, right? Whatever happens to you, just don't freak out. Just be nice, calm, relaxed, and you will be okay. Okay, Latvia's here. Thank you for sharing your experience to help us. You are most welcome, my friend, and thank you for taking the time to actually connect from Latvia. Do you listen to Dolores Cannon? If so, what are your thoughts on the new Earth? So I've heard a little bit about Dolores Cannon. I don't know much. I never really followed her or read any of her books. In terms of the new Earth, as she coins it, there's new Earths happening every single time. Every time you make a different decision, every time you change your direction, there's another portion of you, but that's a whole different story now that I'm getting into. There's a whole different portion of you experiencing that life. Okay, you can call that new Earth too. So the Earth never stops expanding, but the way Dolores Cannon explains it is like a new Earth is going to come, and whoever is awake is just going to jump on and tries to bring everybody else on board. Anything is possible, my friend. Anything is possible. If you would like to share this live video because you think that somebody might benefit from it, please do. Okay, go ahead and share it. The more people, the merrier. We just love to be one big, great family. Okay, official. Okay, you're amazing. Thank you for the answer. You're most welcome, my friend. Okay. Patrick Smith. Okay, Swift. We are amazing in so many ways, and the oneness we find in us all is as one family, one race, human one. Absolutely. And this is one of the great lessons why we also decided to come here on this planet, is because we want to experience and to realize that we are all one. We think that we are separate because of gender, race, religion, color, and all that stuff, but in reality we are all one. Thank you for your beautiful comment. Good afternoon, blessings from Newfoundland. Hello, Brenda. Thank you for joining from Newfoundland. Beautiful place. I shall come and visit one day. Blackjack Lover, I saw all your videos. Wow, I am truly humbled and grateful and thankful that you saw all my videos, because there's a few of them out there. So thank you. Hello from Australia. Great content. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay. MJ, hello. I keep seeing magpies wherever I go. What does this mean? Mike from England. Thank you. All right. Great question. And this is my answer to you. What does a magpie mean to you specifically? Okay. You need to answer that for yourself. Why? Because for everything that happens around us, we have a different feeling about it or definition about it, right? So a magpie, for me, would be totally something different than what you see it. So the question here is, how do you connect with a magpie? All right? You might have to go back and figure that one out. But that is a question that only you can answer. But I'm steering you in the right direction for it. I'm seeing lots of things, frightened at first, but now me watching what's happening. All right. So fear is not part of who you really are. Fear is not your natural state. So please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of anything, because it's just not who you really are. And we need to understand that the greater you, the biggest you, who you really are, can never be hurt or destroyed, for that matter, by anyone or anything. Great comment, though. Hello, good soul. Okay, is it true that when we think of someone, he also thinks of us? Absolutely. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier, like kind of like telepathy, right? When you think of somebody, they think of you as well. They might not be aware of it, but on a subconscious level, there is a connection there. Great question. I love your energy. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you very much for that. All right. Hi, you are very powerful. Thanks for the teachings. They are very informative. So, my friend, this is what I'm doing this for, because I want to relay this message to everybody. Everybody is powerful. You just need to understand how to connect with it, and you need to understand that what we were taught as children, and even as we're growing up, even in our adult life, is misguided in a lot of ways. And I'm not saying that it's misguided intentionally. I'm just saying it's just the way it is, right? So you need to just step out of that and realize who you really are. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome. Okay, Sashka just asked, is it true that we live more than one life? So that is a great question. And my answer to you is, for the majority of us, yes, it is very, very true. But having said this, there are also beings that just come down here one time, one shot, and just move on. Why? Because that's all they needed. They just needed one time to be here and just move on. Others kind of like it here. They like to hang on and hang around. Like myself, I've been around for multiple times. Why? Because it seems like I like it here. Thank you for the question. Thank you so much for that. Thoughts on twin flames? Twin flames, again, if I were to go into this twin flame category, I would say that it's nothing more than just another piece of you. See, like I've said before, your higher self, your greater self, who you really are, has just not tossed, has maybe expanded, I should say. And we are just small portions of who you really are, right? So your twin flame is also a portion of who you really are in reality. It really is you. I see purple color spots. What are these, please? All right. What does the color purple signify to you? That's where you got to ask your question. Right? So that's all it is. What does purple mean to you? And then once you manage to answer that, you have your answer. Okay? What do you think dreaming of finding a long-lost pet means? The same thing. What does that long-lost pet mean to you? You need to dig deep down inside sometimes and just figure it out. What does that pet mean to you? Okay? There's some kind of a connection there. All right. So now, on this note, I'm going to cut it a little short again, just because it is time for me just to say goodbye right about now. But having said this, I want to thank every single one of you for being here, every single one of you for connecting with me, every single one of you for your beautiful comments. I find nothing but positive people on this beautiful app and this beautiful page. And I just want to say a big thank you and send you much love. And on that note, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. Love and light to all. And let's connect again. Thank you.